What's going on, guys? It's Panuma here again. So today was actually the 3.0 update for Japanese Dokkan Battle. So I'm gonna go run into it just for a few seconds. So first of all, we get the new SSRs that came out with the first two Saiyaman and Nappa. So now we have the Piccolo Krillin, we have the SSR Deborah finally, and we got a new buff Roshu strength. So those are the new ones you can get from the Baba Shop for a ton of points. But either way, you can get them if you like. They're actually not too bad. We've got the new version 3.0 come out. So boom, boom, boom. And now we have the dupe system that's coming out as well. And it goes into some details. And basically, you can unlock dupes. You can make them stronger. You can reverse Dokkan, all that good stuff. So boom. Now let's jump right into the dupe system itself. Go through of the new dupe system that is in the game right now. Now this is all new information. It will change over time. So the information that I'm kind of giving out to the people of my channel is my recollection and my understanding of what the dupe system is all about. So let's just jump in there right now and see what there is. So the first thing to point out is this looks a lot like the Final Fantasy X kind of, I call it sphere grid is the best way to describe it. So basically you start off in the middle and you have different pathways that you can take to kind of use as your pathways to unlocking, increasing your HP, increasing your attack and your defense. And those are the three basic kind of modifiers that you get at the beginning. So with that being said, there's a whole bunch of different skills that come into play with the way this kind of runs out itself. Now you can see there's these different type of kind of special, I guess, open big skills that you can see that kind of come up all over the map itself. Now these are all different type of modifiers, different type of skills and events and the things that you can get into that unlock new abilities for your character. And I'll go over what I know about the skill so far and kind of into detail as far as I can go. Now with this one itself, this actually gives you, whenever you increase the level of this ability, it gives you a rare chance of actually doing an additional attack with whichever character that you're using it with. So in this case I'm using just Baby Vegeta because I have the orbs to unlock him, but if I do increase this level, it actually gives him a chance to attack an additional time, sort of like the new Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which is pretty cool if you think about it, all the different attacks that you can do with this ability for different characters. It kind of plays out in that sense. This ability gives you a chance of doing a critical hit, which in this game, critical hit means just more, how do I describe it? Just more damage on top of what you're doing to the character. And as it is, it increases the level as it goes on. So that's kind of cool. I think that might be helpful in certain cases for bosses. This one's actually pretty interesting. It gives you a rare chance of actually dodging an enemy attack whenever you increase the level of this, which makes defensive teams kind of go a bit farther through the roof as in the way of their utility. So we'll see how that plans out in the future when this is all going down. Now, again, this is all speculative, like what's going to be the best for what characters, who's going to really outshine what characters. Now we all know that the TURs are going to be still even better than what they are, so obviously they're going to be number one. But continuing on, this actually gives you a chance to avoid like super or extreme modifiers on characters, meaning like you can still do full damage to them, sort of like a Gogeta does onto any character. Considering he's strength, he still does his full damage plus more on agility character, right? So that kind of plays into the fact that you can do more damage even if you have a disadvantage in like the typing itself. Now this one's the exact opposite. You actually block the villains or the heroes modifiers, so the supreme or extreme modifiers. So you can actually have, again, like an agility character block a tech character even though it's a type advantage. It gives you a chance to do that with the increased levels that you get into it. So that's kind of cool. Again, it makes in my sense, Super Vegito even more crazier, but we'll continue with that itself. This one actually just increases the overall damage from a super attack. Now, the key point to remember on this one, and I remember them talking about it, which is really important, is that it doesn't actually increase the level of your character. So say at level 8, it won't make it increase to level 9. It just does, it'll make it do more damage the more super attacks that you have. So it just makes the super attack stronger, in a sense. And this one's an overall interesting one as well. It basically just increases the healing that you get from the orbs of the same color as your hero that you pick up during the fights. So an agility character will heal more for the blues that he picks up than any other color. Which this makes Buhan even like crazier in the healing kind of like team. So we'll see how that plays out itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and I'm going to go along this path. So as you can see here, to get to 20 plus defense on this sphere, I have to use 5 of these int nodes. Now the nodes that you can acquire in the game are from things like daily logins, missions, quests, and even I know once a day they're going to be doing a different color event that you can do that gives you the spheres. I'm just calling them a sphere because it's easier to use on those type of characters. So I have done one of the matches before, and I'll show in another video how that works out itself. So what you do is you just use 5 of the nodes, and it unlocks that node, and it just lets you go farther down the path itself, right? So we're just gonna go to this one right here just to see how much it takes to unlock it. So plus 20 HP there, and I'll do another plus 10 attack here, and I'll do some more 20 HP here, and then we'll go to the defense. So now I have 2 options. I can go on to the kind of special skill, which is to avoid the supreme modifiers on characters that you can do more damage. I click on it, it'll tell me which one it'll do. So like for this one it costs 20 of the normal ones, 10 of the bigger ones, and then 1 of the massive ones, which right now I have a lot of, so I'm just going to use it to unlock this one skill. Of course I got the quest for that. And yeah, so another key point to point out itself that I forgot to mention was the dupe system. Now basically everybody's wondering how the dupe system is going to be working. Now at different points of the map there's going to be I call them gates that you have to unlock with the dupes to get past, to get to that next sphere of sphere grids, as I call it, which is right here. So basically in that sense, as you can see, the star nodes are all behind the gated areas, as I call them. So there's one top left, one bottom right, which has 4, and one top right. And essentially what those stars do is when you unlock them, excuse me, it actually allows you to pick between 3 of the towns up here at the top to unlock, and you can decide which one you want to unlock when you get to it. Now I'm going to actually do one of the dupe unlockings with my Super Vegito, just because I know that I have a few with him and I can go with it. So Super Vegito itself, as you can see, again, there's 4 at the top here, and I can't unlock it because I don't have the TUR versions of the dupe. Now luckily you can actually reverse your character if you would like to, with a new thing that is called a reverse Dokkan, which is kind of messed up. So what you do is you go over to I guess I went too fast for it myself. Basically you go down to the bottom right corner, which is the Wii symbol, and you click on it, and it actually gives you a list of how many TURs you have on your account. So on this account, I have more that I can unlock. I just haven't gotten a chance to do them yet. Is you have 21, I have 21 TURs to unlock, and it gives you a list breakdown of, all the TURs that you have on your account. Now, in my case, I want to get rid of or reverse Dokkan my Super Vegito because I want to unlock his skills. So with itself, it'll tell you where it's going, and you actually need one of the hourglasses to reverse the Dokkans down to itself. So I've gotten one on already, so I'm going to reverse Dokkan my Super Vegito just because I want to unlock some of his dupes itself. So it goes boom, boom, and boom. So he gets reversed down to his UR version. So then we go back, since we've got one left to kind of trigger back to its TUR version. So if we go back into this version itself, I can use one of my many dupes that I have on my account. So I have one dupe on this for sure. So basically what you do is you click on it, it says you want to use your dupe, you go yep, and it goes boom. So what it does is it unlocks that level of the skill tree that you want to go down into. Now a key point to remember on this itself is when you do unlock that skill slot, you actually get a chance when you get to that point to have the better increase in ability. So I can't click on it anymore, but if I click on this one's actually 100 plus defense that will cost this, and this to unlock it. Now if I say no, and I have to go back up to here, it actually turns into 100 HP unlock method, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's really just the basic breakdown of what the dupe system's all about. Going to be going more into details with it later on with people, I know that for sure. And it kind of makes makes it kind of shit that if you were to use some of your dupes to raise your super attack, it kind of like limits you from what you can go and do into the game. But yeah, that's literally the gist of it. Again, it's going to be changing every other day, more or less, right? So, we'll see what happens with the game in this itself. I'll probably be using a lot of these on the characters that I really want to use. But yeah, it's just kind of a quick rundown from what I know under the video. And also thing to remember itself, it'll stay as a UR until you actually reverse it back as much as you want to. And I only showed that I had one reversing hourglass, is that you can actually go into the Baba shop, and if you go to the top right corner, you can actually buy them for 30 gems a pop. And I believe that they're unlimited, so I'm gonna buy one just for the hell of it. And so yeah, if you guys need to buy more gems, I mean far more gems to get more hourglasses, that's where you go to reverse more of your characters. So yeah, that's kind of just a rundown of the dupe system so far, and it's not even a day old yet, so we'll really see how this goes. It can go either way. I'm sure people are going to find out crazy strats to use for some of their characters. People hitting, like trucks, people hitting like crazy milestones, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown of the video. I appreciate you guys stopping in again as usual. Channel's growing. I love you all for subscribing and staying with me for this long. It really it means a lot to me. So yeah, throw me a comment down below if you think that I've done not too bad, and I'll see you in the next video. See you, everybody.